For the longest time, I thought being healthy meant counting calories, cutting fat, and avoiding anything sweet. Honestly, that never worked for me. So today, I'm bringing you with me through our day so you can see what a family of 6 with an animal-based focused lifestyle eats. This way of eating has really changed how we feel. I've dealt with IBS since I was a kid, and nothing really helped until we switched over to eating real whole foods the way God designed them. Most mornings, I like to wake up before the girls, just to have a few quiet moments myself. I don't eat right away, I wait until they're up, and then we all go to the table together. And there's something really grounding about starting a day all together. We almost always begin with fruits. Sometimes we'll toss into a smoothie, but today I'm in the mood for a fruit salad. So I don't usually plan this out. I grab whatever fruit that we have on hand and mix it all together. And this morning, it's banana, mango, and peach with a sprinkle of unsweetened shredded coconut. We were suggested to add raw honey to that because it's such a powerful food. Raw honey is alive with enzymes and amino acids and antibacterial compounds. It can even help support the gut microbiome, mostly when it's bought local or unprocessed, like completely raw. I personally find that fruits are sweet enough on their own, and so I will usually skip the honey until later in the day. And I know that sometimes fruits get frowned upon in some health communities because of the natural sugar, but here's the thing. It's not refined, stripped down sugar. It's whole food created with intention. The sweetness is wrapped in hydration, fiber, antioxidant, and real nutrients that our body can recognize and use. Mango is packed with vitamin C and vitamin A and polyphenols that actually help calm inflammation. Bananas are loaded with potassium and magnesium and offer prebiotic fiber that feeds good gut bacteria. And peaches are mineral rich and easy to digest. And the coconut adds healthy fats, electrolytes, and even antifungal properties. So when our bodies are not burdened by processed foods, seed oils, dyes, or preservatives, fruits become exactly what it was meant to be: energizing, cleansing, and nourishing. It fuels us for the morning, satisfies our taste buds naturally, and honestly, the girls absolutely love it. Just real food. Lunch around here is usually pretty simple and satisfying. Some days we'll have some scrambled eggs with fruits, and today we're having some grass-fed beef patties with cucumbers and strawberries. We typically don't eat a lot of frozen foods because most of the ingredients are full of just stuff that we don't always know what it is, or just preservatives and just things that I would rather not have in our bodies. But this beef is absolutely amazing. It has one ingredient: grass-fed ground beef. And that's it. And when beef is raised right, it's honestly one of the most nutrient-dense foods that we can have. Iron for energy, zinc for the immune system, all the types of vitamin B for our mood and metabolism, creatine for strength, and amino acids that support brain function and collagen production and growth. And this is real food that builds real bodies. I like to add ghee and salt to my patty, or anything that I eat really, because it adds richness and also boosts digestion. Ghee is full of this fatty acid that feeds the gut lining, and it's packed with fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A and vitamin D and vitamin E and K. And let's talk about salt, because not all salt is created equal. We use a clean mineral-rich salt that's third-party tested for heavy metals, including lead. Lead can actually be surprisingly high in some of the salts on the market. And I know it's marketed as pure and from the mountains and all these great marketing phrases, but purity doesn't mean much if it hasn't been tested. We want those trace minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium because they support hydration and our mood and metabolism. The truth is, salt is essential for life. It helps us absorb nutrients and balance fluids and maintain healthy nerve and muscle function. Our bodies need salt, especially when we're eating clean, unprocessed food and not getting sodium from all the hidden junk sources. So we look for brands that are transparent, lab tested, and sourced from places that don't carry a high heavy metal load. I love keeping meals simple, kind of like my minimalist closet. Everything goes together. I can mix and match and it will work great. I'm not gonna look crazy with different colors that don't go together. Same here. We don't really meal plan anymore. We just have a framework that we work around. So we have a protein, we add a healthy fat, and then we add a clean carb, either fruits or rice, and sometimes both. And the best part is the girls eat the same thing that we do. There's no special kid menu. There's no separate meals. They enjoy their meals and they're absolutely thriving. Their skin is clear, their energy is steady, the eczema they used to have, it's absolutely gone. We just needed to stop putting fake inflammatory foods into their bodies and start nourishing them from the inside out. Dinner tonight, it's pretty simple. We're having some leftovers from yesterday, so some white rice with a Vietnamese caramelized pork and some cucumbers on the side. And this was actually one of my comfort meals from when I was a child, and so I love this meal. I like to take my time and rinse out the rice for a good few minutes because it helps remove excess starch, which can be challenging on our digestion and spike our blood sugar. It also helps reduce traces of arsenic. It's such a simple step that makes a big difference over time. Yes, I know. I am making rice in a non-stick pot right now because we're currently living at Micah's grandparents' winter home for the summer while we work on building a schoolie, and this is the one thing that I have. I haven't prioritized getting a stainless steel pot yet. Most non-stick cookware is coated with Teflon, and it can sometimes release some harmful PFAS, or forever chemicals like they call it, when it's being overheated or scratched. So once we've learned the risk, we totally made the shift to a cast iron and stainless steel pots. I'm reheating the pot in a stainless steel pot here because we actually ditched our microwave a little bit ago. And here at Micah's grandparents' home, they don't have a microwave, so that was perfect for us anyway. And it's just not something we feel great about using anymore. Microwaves can degrade nutrients in foods, but even more concerning is the EMF exposure. We already have enough EMF exposure with our phones and our Wi-Fi and AirPods and so many other things, so we want to do our best to limit as much as we possibly can. I know that some of us prefer not eating leftovers. I personally absolutely love leftovers. I actually will make a double to a triple batch so we do have leftovers because it makes dinner so much easier. It reduces waste and it allows us to focus on what truly matters, the quality time altogether. We don't do a lot of snacks in our family because our meals are so nourishing and filling. And when we eat enough protein and healthy fats, our blood sugar stays absolutely steady. So we're not reaching out for something every little bit. But sometimes, especially after running wild and crazy, the girls will want to have some. And so they will reach for a fruit. And we've had friends asking how we get our girls to eat so healthy. And the simple and honest answer to that is that we don't have any stacking type foods in our home. There's no processed anything or seed oils or dyes or anything that would be very yummy to the taste buds in our home. We do have flour and chocolate chips for the days that we want to bake, but there's nothing from the store, so if they're hungry, they will eat what's available to them. I've been eating this way for about 2 years now, and I honestly can say I've never felt better. Because I've had IBS since I was a child, I grew up thinking that bloating, discomfort, and just unpredictable trips to the bathroom were just part of life, that my body was just sensitive or broken somehow. And I've tried elimination diets, I've tried eating clean, I even tried cutting out entire food groups, but nothing ever gave me lasting relief. It wasn't until we stripped things down to real, animal-based, whole foods and took out the processed junk and the pasteurized dairy and the refined sugars and all of these not great things for our body that my body finally healed. There's no more bloating, no more discomfort, no more digestion issues. I was finally thriving, and my energy is strong and steady, even with 4 girls to keep up with every day. And yes, we still bake things like cinnamon buns and brownies and ice cream and all the cozy treats. But when we do, we keep things super simple and clean. We don't have any refined sugars in our home, so we use honey and maple syrup. There's no seed oil and no food dyes and no added sugar. And although I will say that our dark chocolate chip do have a little bit of sugar added, but that's the only thing for our chocolate chip cookies. For us, eating animal-based, it's about 85 to 90% of the time. That's our foundation. But we're not rigid about it. If we're invited somewhere or we eat out, we don't stress if it's perfectly animal-based. And I hope this encourages you to simplify your meals, tune into your body, and start building your family's health from the inside out. Because we all deserve to feel good, and so do our kids.